Okay, and then I hate a man who know they worth, because that just is aggravating. I hate a man who know they worth, because that just is aggravating.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Saving Men's Lives Network. Recently, I did a video about women who hate the fact that men are waking up and they're knowing their worth. They don't like the fact that men are not falling for the old okie doke that they're so used to. And it's multi-layered as to why. First and foremost, they don't like the fact that men are understanding the darker sides of their nature. Men who understand the darker sides of their nature aren't easily manipulated through their emotions. And this is important for guys to understand, because emotions are the realm where women operate the best and freely. It's a realm, for the most part, unfamiliar to us as men, who operate logically, reasonably, and rationally. And women are very, very aware of a detail most men have no clue about. That being, a man who cannot control his emotions will be very easily controlled by his emotions. And this is why women seek an emotional response out of us. But a man who knows his worth isn't playing the game. They don't like it.
Going on dates for the past 2 weeks. When I say I'm not satisfied, this what the I got to choose. When you take me on a date, you open up my fucking door. You open up the door. You pull out the chart if it's a chart, and you cut my steak if it's a steak. I'm always gonna order a steak to see if you got some home training, hoe. If you take a female on a date, she order a steak, you cut it. They pre-cut it, then you cut it. Be a gentleman. Be the gentleman. You trying to gently touch on this ass. Do the work.
Hey, boy, ain't no fucking way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
First of all, who the fuck you talking to? Barking orders at? See, fellas, this is why they don't want us to understand our value. Because men who don't know their worth put up with garbage like this. Gutter rats like this. Dr. Umar, are you listening? This is what you want us to build with? This is what you want us to protect? You got a lot of explaining to do, homie.
Hey, what's the most toxic thing you've ever done?
Me and my ex was dating, and he was supposed to go to work for 3 o'clock. I went over there, it was like 2. He wasn't there, so I broke into his house, like through his window. I took the air conditioner out his window, and I went into his house, and I trashed his bedroom.
Hey, what's the most toxic thing that you've done?
When I was by his house, he went downstairs and I went through his stuff and I found his social security card. So I took a picture of it to keep it just in case.
I missed somebody's car before.
You did what?
I missed it.
Why you do that for?
I couldn't get to him. I can't get to, you know what I'm saying? I can't get to somebody. Your car.
Hey, what's the most toxic thing you've ever done?
I have an ex, right? After we broke up, whenever I would hook up with someone else, I would text him like right afterwards and I'd tell him every single detail that would occur. Also, I got back with him for 1 day and then literally the next day I was with a different person and I told him about it.
Hey, what's the most toxic thing you've done?
I followed a guy once. He was like, oh, I gotta go. I said, all right, bet. So me and my homegirls got in the other car and we followed them to a movie.
Wow. There is so much I could say right now, but I think the major takeaway from what you guys just heard was, for God's sake, fellas, please do not stick your dick in crazy.
I don't want to say this but I am. There's not really any men these days. You know what, masculine men. When I'm talking about masculine, I don't mean bulk dudes like dumb right now. I'm talking about masculine men. Where are those guys? You know, someone like my brother and my dad. They're
what makes a masculine? Yeah, what do you want in a masculine man? Change a tire type.
It has nothing to do with looks. It's just a guy who can just support you and no jealousy. Just it's not easy dating me. Because like I said, I'm kind of like an alpha. You know, so. I got to meet someone who's more alpha than me.
So you want more alpha, you don't want a beta.
No,
because a lot of the alpha homegirls that I have a little bit more of a beta boyfriend situation.
Because I have dated someone that was very, very a yes man, and it was very sweet, but then it gets more.
Translation: I'm an extraordinarily toxic and obnoxious female. I am mistakenly calling myself alpha, despite the fact that only alpha females in nature exist within insects, arachnids, hyenas, and seahorses. If you know, you know. This is a problematic woman, fellas, and you don't want any part of any woman like this. who would call herself alpha, what she's actually saying is, I intend not to be led by you. I intend to compete with you. I intend to undermine you. I intend to gaslight you and put you in situations you need not be in. Fellas, if you meet a woman who is this masculine in her presentation, you need to be as far away from her as you physically possibly can.
Like the roles damn near reversed. Dudes would be out here acting like they don't need a chick for nothing. Like Mr. Independent, Mr. got his own motion, woo-de-woo.
Exactly. We've been told by you and women who look just like you for the past 2.5 generations that you don't need us. So we've had to learn to fend for ourselves. Not because we wanted to. We wanted to pair with you. We wanted to bond with you. But you chose the government over us and the paychecks that come right with it.
Like, damn, they got us out here chasing them. What's going on?
You hear the despair in her voice, fellas? The arrogance, the total disbelief that she's going to actually have to expend some effort to get the man she's got her eye on. And this is one of the biggest reasons why they don't want us understanding our worth, fellas, because when men understand their worth, women like her have to step their game up. They don't like that. They're not used to that. They want us to accept the scraps off the floor and be grateful. No thanks. Those days are over.
Then it's like females like me who require like a little something before you know something.
Translation. I am a prostitute in everything but the name.
They just don't give a F about us. Like,
why are you surprised? Men are adaptive creatures. We are trained and we are built instinctively to adapt and overcome to that which stands in our way, to that which harms us, and that which seeks to do so. You ladies could not have believed for a second that men were just going to sit back and take this abuse for 60 straight years and not come up with an alternative. No, we figured it out. The word is getting out, and we're now leaving you with 3 options. Option 1, you can compete with your international counterparts on the global sexual marketplace. Option 2, you can do lesbianism. Good luck to you on that. Bring your boxing gloves and your mouth guards. Or option 3, you can die alone in a house full of cats and boxed wine.
they be like, girl, bye, please. Like, goddamn.
That's right. The fun and games are over. Playing games and negotiations, over. You're either on our team and therefore in our corner, or you're in the opposing corner. And you'll be treated accordingly. Left by the wayside, robbed of cash and prizes, and our non-sexual and even our sexual attention, which I know for you women is like cutting you off sunlight and water to a plant.
He gave you a guilt-free pass to sleep with anybody in the world. Would you use it?
Yes.
Smash Drake.
He know who I'm smashing. Yeah, I'm gonna go smash Drake.
Why Drake?
Just because I think that he's sexy and I like his music. Yeah.
Nothing more, nothing less.
Nothing more, nothing less. He looks good and his music is fire. Like he's an idol. Like he's an idol.
I'm an idol too.
He's somebody worth smashing.
I'm an idol too. Okay.
You are. You're my idol.
All right, bet.
All right, yeah.
All right, we good.
Yeah.
What if she gave you a guilt-free pass?
If I had a guilt-free pass, would I use it?
He's trying to act like he don't have somebody in mind, but I feel like he does.
If the guilt-free pass meant that I was about to get $1 million, I'd use it. But I'm not thirsty to go smash any other women.
All right.
Like she's thirsty to go smash her.
I'm not thirsty. He asked me a question and I answered it.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
I almost feel sorry for this guy, but I can't, because this is what happens when you wife up a skeezer. She had a microphone and a camera in her face with you standing right there and a total stranger, and she still said to you she would give her body away that's supposed to be promised to you and you alone to a guy who she don't even know, who she's heard on the radio. Fellas, think about this for a second to really drive home the gravity of what just happened in front of us. She is telling this man with a hot microphone in her face that after all he's done for her, all the dates he's took her on, the presents he's bought her, all the nice things he's said to her, all the listening to her boring ass stories from work and her friends, and all the bullshit we as men have to put up with just to be in a relationship in the first place. And she's telling him Some guy who hasn't done any of that for her can have her body any way he wants it. Fellas, this is how you find out your girl is for the streets and that you need to send her right back there. Sad, man. Don't let this be you. That said, fellas, that's my time. Like the video? Comment down below. Share with a friend and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Never let your brother suffer in silence when the truth can set him free. Networkers, we working. Until next time.